Good afternoon. In this video, we're going to go over this past week's trade and the weekly recap. Before I get into the recap, if you're not in the room, you can find the link in the description of the video and in my bio section of social media accounts. Also, please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Now this recap is going to be a little different than others because usually I almost always have it posted to Twitter so I can see the timestamps and stuff like that, but I didn't have time to post them this week. It's been a very busy week and I didn't trade that much. I think that I trade 7 times on the entire week, which is very, very low, but I also didn't trade one of the days. But even the 4 days I did trade, 7 seems like it should be like 2 or 3 days or 2 days at least. But the plays haven't been there, SPY's been crazy, and I just haven't been able to get the plays in. And you can't really force, you can't get blood out of a stone, so you can't force play. So you gotta be patient, you gotta wait. I mean, some weeks and some days you're gonna have a bunch of trades, and other days you're just gonna be lucky if you get one. And that's just the market. I mean, you either take risks and you just take unnecessary trades, take unnecessary losses, or you just stay patient and wait and wait for a trade. And if there's no trade, you just don't take anything. Some people just cannot grasp being patient. They gotta chase every ticker. They gotta try all kinds of things. Just impulsive buying and taking trades and not really have a strategy behind it. Just taking them for the fact of being in a trade, and that's not how trading is. Trading, 90% of trading is waiting, and switching tickers, changing tickers, or being impulsive is not going to make you a profitable trader. If anything, it's going to make you go broke pretty quick. You just gotta be patient and wait. And not every day is going to be the same. Not every week's going to be the same. Some days better than others. Some days just aren't. So just gotta. This past week is a prime example of testing your patience, and that's what you just need to do. Is just do that. So first day of the week was the 12th. Let's see what the trade ideas room. Now I'm winging it in the chat room. It said SPY calls of a 535, which is on right here. Thinking we're gonna bounce more. 535 is right here at this high, and we dumped the first 20 minutes. On Mondays I usually like to wait the first 30 minutes. I don't like doing that at all, but the market's just been so choppy at open and just doing a bunch of fake outs and stuff that sometimes I just have to wait it out. Especially Mondays have been the worst for me, and Mondays is where they usually get me. Monday morning when I do ORB plays. And so I've been kind of waiting him out to be cautious. In course, I waited out, and this monster play happened. I don't think I took it, but I'm going to double check. Yeah, I waited. I took calls at 10:22, which was right here. So I took, excuse me, I took the 53.75 calls at 5:50, which is right here, and like I said in the beginning of the video, I didn't post it on Twitter, so I have no idea what they went to. So that's going to be one part of the recap that will be missing this recap because I did not have time to post it on Twitter. But now that my personal issues I had to take care of this week are gone and out of the way, I should be able to post them back on Twitter again. So I have a better, more complex recap, being able to tell you how far they went. So I mean, if you got right here at higher day 550, they must have gone at least to $8 on that. If I had to guess, I could speculate, I guess. So yeah, 53.75 calls, 550, probably $8 plus if I had to guess. Then I took puts at 12.59, which is right here. Now I see why I took it here. It didn't make new higher day, made a new lower high. It bouncing off VWAP. It went under briefly, got bought up. Then it finally came back under right when it got under VWAP, or maybe I got it under this 534 area. I grabbed the 53.30 puts at $8. And if I got it here or here, if I had to guess, they probably went to probably $10 or $12 on that drop right there, if I had to guess. So that was definitely a good play. So this is what I mean about being patient. Yeah, I waited. I missed ORB play, but over the last few months. Mondays playing ORB, I've gotten smashed a little bit here and there, so me waiting out. Ended up still got a good play here, and we caught another good play here. Then I took puts at 338, which is rate 338 right here. So I must have grabbed it underneath 532.50 maybe, if I had to guess. Let me see, what date I take my first loss? It was the 13th. Okay. So I got the 533, the 53.35 puts at $5 right here. If I had to guess, they probably went to $6-7 right here on that. So that ended up being a good play. Then it ripped the last 10-minute candle. Then on Tuesday, I only took one trade. I mean, look, SPY just went straight up. And this was one I got caught in the lower day trap, which is right here. I think I got it right here. Let's see, 1033. Yep, this is exactly what I got right here. So I was expecting this the opposite way. So what's been happening is the first 30 minutes is like I call it the morning drop and the opening drop and the morning pop. So we've been having that the last few weeks, where we'll do something the first 30 minutes or so at open, then the rest of the morning we'll do something completely different. So opening pop, and I was thinking morning drop. And so when I broke lower day right here, I took the 53.50 puts at $6, and it went against me instantly, and I ended up taking a loss. I think stopped out at 250. Yeah. Then I took another play, and I could have taken calls right here, but I didn't. It just kept going and kept going. It was just the candles just were small grinding. At this point, the candles were small, and every rate candle was getting bought, but I could not justify buying calls and chasing it. But it just kept going and going and going, and I just didn't trade anymore that day, and it was just crazy. Now Wednesday, I wasn't around. I had to go to Toronto for the day, so I did not take anything Wednesday. Of course, it was a decent day right here. Same thing right here. Opening drop and morning pop right here. Rest of the morning at pop. So that's what it's been doing. Then Thursday, of course, the day I missed was a good day, like Monday, and of course I missed that. But I mean, I had to go to Toronto. It was important to go to. I think I had to do so. Then on Thursday, I think I took a loss in the morning. Yeah, I did. I took puts at 10:05. This was another morning fake out. I mean, lower day fake out. You get to the lower day, I grab puts thinking it's going to flush, and it gets bought immediately. And it got me twice this week. And well, usually the reason I was looking at puts, actually before I get into that, I think the Trade Ideas room, I said SPY puts into 535, which is no. On the 548, which is right here, this candle, because we had numbers come out, and usually what happens is when we have big gap up like this, we end up fading at open, and we kind of had not much of an exciting candle right here. This candle made new lower day, but it didn't really do anything. Then when it made new higher day, it quickly got shut down and went to lower day. That's when I grabbed puts. That's when I grabbed the puts at 10:05. The 54.85 puts at 680, and then it popped up. I added more at 1021, which is right here at higher day. Now I added at higher day thinking that we were going to reject hard again above 550, and it didn't. It just kept chugging, and look at how small these candles are, and it just kept grinding and grinding and grinding, and it just didn't look back. So I had to stop out on that one. But yeah, I added here taking a chance we were going to stay in a range, and we were gonna dump. I mean, not dump, but at least stay in the range, drop at high days, and maybe go to the lower day. But yeah. Then I took calls at 550. I mean, at 146, which is right here. Got a pullback close to the 20 EMA, and we got the high day. I took calls right here. I mean, I'd rather buy calls and when it has a dip like this than chasing like this. I mean, straight up. At least with a pullback, you got some relief right here. And when it breaks higher day, I don't have no problem taking calls. So I took the 55.40 calls at 470. And if I had to guess, I don't think they went very far. I got them at 470. They probably didn't go much more than $5.50, $6 tops. I remember I had a hard time squeezing out 50 cents plus on that play. So then on the same thing happened here. Just another grinding small candle grind day. That's just how SPY's been all week long. And you can't really take plays when SPY is doing stuff like this. It's so annoying. So traded his room on Friday. I said SPY puts under 550, thinking that we're going to break below this area right here. We're going to finally dump under 550. It didn't. It just opened green candle and just kept grinding and grinding and grinding. And my first play was at 11.49, which is right here when it pulled back and it came back up to higher day. That's where I grabbed the calls right here. I grabbed the 55.50 calls at 6.50, and then it ended up having small candles and pushing up. So I think it went to like got it at 6.50. I think they went like to $8 if I had to guess. So yeah, I mean, and the rest of the day it just went sideways. I wasn't going to cherry pick the top because every time I do, SPY just rips more. And I didn't even think about going for puts here because I remembered Tuesday and Thursday, the lower day trap, and I completely ignored it. And I mentioned in the room that you watch, this is the one time I'm not going to take it, and it's going to flush right through. But it didn't. It ended up getting close to lower day, but it didn't. Never broke it and just grinded back up. So I hate when SPY is like this. It's really hard to trade. I do not like trading when it's like this. I mean, even if you got calls, you're okay. But I mean, these candles are so small. The premium does not move for crap, and it's just not worth trading when volatility is just not there. So hopefully next week will be better. This is just a bad trading week, just the slow grind up, and all the action is pre-market and overnight. Then when you get to the trading day, it's just sideways, slow grind up, and hopefully next week is better because I do not want another week like this, or I just won't be trading that much. And this is where patience comes in. You've got to be patient and wait, and know your weaknesses, know your strengths, and use them. Don't force things. People just love to force and always have to think they have to be in a trade. You don't always have to be in a trade. All it takes is one trade per day, and to have a good day. So that's going to do it for the recap. I know it was short because I didn't trade that much this week. I didn't make one last week. I didn't have time. I've just been kind of busy the last couple weeks. Got a lot going on. So hopefully I can get back on track as far as making the recaps and stuff like that. And that's going to do it. So thanks for watching.